Hello, it's Thursday and I'm wearing blue for Hesed. Hesed is the spear that is just below the abyss on the pillar of mercy, and Chokmah is the spear at the top on the other side of the abyss on the pillar of mercy. The path that connects them traditionally would be the emperor. You number the pathways by starting at Keter, which is 1, and going to 2 as the first number, and then Keter to Binah, which is 3 in the next number. So following that numerical convention, from Chokmah to Hesed, we should have number 4, or the 5th card. Paul Foster Case switches that. He places the Hierophant between Hesed and Chokmah and places the Emperor between Chokmah and Tiferet. So I want to talk about both of those cards, whichever place you place them on the tree. The Emperor I like is being connected to Hesed because although we start with 0 and so it's the 5th card, the number for the Emperor is 4 and the number for Hesed is 4. Jupiter gives that sense of the king of the gods, just like the name in Roman mythology. It is that place of structure and authority. The Emperor is the mundane authority, the general with armies, the king commanding the general, and deals with those things of this life and this world. It is CEOs and presidents and all those who hold temporal power. And that sense of order and structure is so critical for civilization. It may not be fun. And certainly in that pillar of mercy, there is a benevolent dictator. I'm doing this all for your own good. Let me tell you what to do. And so the Emperor so clearly carries that energy, as does Hesed, as does Jupiter. And the number 4. Every time you have 4 square, it's got a sense of setting its place and right angles and square and true. And so the Emperor carries all that energy, even as he begins to foretell his downfall. For the Emperor in the Paul Foster Case desk has his leg crossed, and that same crossing of the knee or the bent leg you will see echoed in the Hanged Man, because this king in power on his throne, in order to sacrifice his temporal power to attain more spiritual power, will eventually be a sacrificed god. And we'll see that as we go farther down the tree with the Hanged Man. Whether you call that sacrificed god Odin, who is hanging on the tree for the runes, or Christ, who hangs on a cross, all of those kings, once in total control of their power and their world, began to desire something more. And the Emperor speaks to that. You are the master of all that you see, even as it echoes that someday you will want power over the unseen. Now the Hierophant claims to have that power over the unseen. It's why I like the original naming convention, or numerical convention. Chokmah to Tiferet seems more to me to be the place for the Hierophant. The Hierophant, or the Pope, is male spiritual power. It is not the power of the oracle or the feminine spiritual power of intuition, but rather the secularization of spirituality, the making into a structure, into a church, into an authority that man and women are claiming the Word of God. So you have this sense of the Pope when you're looking at the Hierophant, who will teach you the unknown mysteries. But in that, there's a lot of authority in this world, even as he claims a spiritual foundation. And so the Hierophant, which connects Chokmah to Tiferet, connects that supernal Father to the sacrificed God that the Kabbalists called Christ. And that in any version, whether it's Lu being sacrificed or Odin sacrificing himself, that sense of this is the way to achieve spiritual power and enlightenment starts in that echo of the Hierophant. There's not just the Hanged Man, though, being echoed in this area, because the Pope sits on his throne with 2 acolytes at his knees, and there's quite a bit of reference there in the positioning to what will eventually become the devil. Now, whether that was put in because of the Protestant roots, where there was a demonizing of the Catholic Church, and certainly the Pope was for a while quite the demon in Protestant countries, in the way that the Tower of Babel and the Tower card is from the Bible and less demonized as the Christianity message is changed. That Hierophant does hold that risk of forgetting the spiritual authority behind him and invoking his own power. And so for the Hierophant, we will see an echo to the devil, just like in the Emperor we see an echo to the Hanged Man. And whichever of the two paths you place those on, those are cards of authority and structure, of wealth, and at some level a benevolent dictatorship that says, listen to me, I know what's best for you. For more information, find my website, tarotjane.com, or find me on Facebook, Tarot Jane, or Traveling the Tree with Jane Pierce.